Hello everybody, welcome back to the fixtures. My name is now Mia, and today we're going to be going through the upcoming matches of match week 14 of the Premier League. So let's get started with the first match. So Bournemouth versus Everton. I'm going to predict that's going to be a win for Bournemouth 2-1, because the last time Bournemouth played, they lost to Sunderland 3-2, but they were winning 2-0 in that game, but Sunderland came back from 2-0 down and they made it 3-2 to them. They were at home. Bournemouth, I think that they've been playing pretty well so far this season, so I'm going to predict it's going to be a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. The next match is Fulham versus Manchester City. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Manchester City. The last time Fulham played, they beat Tottenham Hotspur 2-1. So they've been having a pretty good season. They're 15th in the league. Manchester City, the last time they played, they won their game. And Man City, they've been playing really well in the Premier League so far. They're second in the league, so I'm going to predict that they're going to win 3-1. The next match is Newcastle versus Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to go for a win for Newcastle 2-1 because they're at home. Newcastle, they've been playing pretty well so far this season. Tottenham Hotspur, they've been getting onto a rough start so far in the Premier League. The last time they played, they lost to Fulham 2-1, which is a disappointing result for them. And not Newcastle, they've been playing well in the Premier League, especially their star player, their new signing as well, Nick Watermaid, has been scoring some goals for Newcastle, so hopefully that Newcastle can win this match 2-1. So that's my score predictions. The next match is Arsenal versus Brentford. I'm going to go for an Arsenal win 3-0. Arsenal are at home. The last time they played was against Chelsea away, which they drew 1-1. Brentford, they have been getting on to a good start in the Premier League, but I'm going to see this as an Arsenal win 3-0 because Arsenal, they have 25 points in the Premier League. They're top of the league. They've been playing really well so far in the Premier League. Hopefully that they can win the league so far this season. But Arsenal, I'm just going to predict that they're going to win this match 3-0. The next match is Brighton versus Aston Villa. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to say 1-1. Brighton, they've been playing pretty well so far. The last time they played was on Sunday. They beat Nottingham Forest 2-0 away. Aston Villa, the last time they played, they beat Wolves 1-0 at home. They've been playing really well so far, so I'm going to predict that this is going to be a 1-1 draw. Next match, Burnley versus Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for a win for Crystal Palace 3-1. The last time Crystal Palace played was a disappointing result against Manchester United at home. They lost 2-1. They were winning 1-0 from a Mateta penalty, which Leniora gave away. But Crystal Palace, since the second half, they've been playing pretty poor in the game against Manchester United, and they conceded 2 goals, which Manchester United won that match 2-1. So Crystal Palace have been getting on to a mid-start so far in the Premier League, but this is against Burnley, so I'm going to predict this is going to be a win for Crystal Palace 3-1, so hopefully that they can win this match and get back on track in the Premier League. The next match is Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Nottingham Forest. Wolves yet to win a game in the Premier League so far. Nottingham Forest, they've been playing pretty mid so far in the Premier League. They're 16th in the league. The last time they played, they lost to Brighton 2-0 at home, so we'll see what's going to happen in this match. I'm just going to say this is going to be a 1-0 win for Nottingham Forest. The next match is Leeds United versus Chelsea. I'm going to go for a win for Chelsea 2-0. Leeds United, they're at home. The last time they played, they lost their match. And Chelsea, they've been playing really well in the Premier League so far. They got a good result against Arsenal, which they drew 1-1 at home. So hopefully that they could win this match against Leeds United 2-0. The last time Leeds United played, they lost to Manchester City 3-2. That was a tight game, which they should have at least kept a draw, Leeds United. But Chelsea, they've been playing pretty well in the Premier League so far. They're third in the league, so I'm going to predict that they're going to win that match 2-0. The next match is Liverpool versus Sunderland. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. This is going to be a tie match, actually. Because Liverpool, the last time they played, they finally beat West Ham 2-0 away, and Sunderland, the last time they played, they beat Bournemouth 3-2, so that's going to be a tight game. I'm going to say that that's going to be a 2-2 draw. Liverpool, they're at home in that match. Liverpool have been getting onto a mid-start in the Premier League so far. They're 8th in the league. Sunderland, they're 6th in the league, so yeah, I'm going to say this is going to be a 2-2 draw. The next match is Manchester United versus West Ham. I'm going to go for a win for Man United 2-0. Man United have been getting on a good start in the Premier League so far. Actually, the last time they played, they beat Crystal Palace 2-1. So hopefully that they can beat West Ham in this match 2-0. So that's my score predictions, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace.